a very short one about the importance of ferocious forms of the deities. Do you think we could do that, Mataji?
Yeah, sure. I already started recording. Yeah, this new segment.
Fine.
Even the short one is also good.
Yes.
Yes, so very good. It's not.
Shall we discuss that, Mataji?
Yeah, sure. We can discuss about the ugra forms, of the deity. That also, as we were mentioning, it applies to all the personalities of God, of the Parabrahman. Vishnu, Shiva, and Shakti, the same. We shouldn't think that Vishnu is only a bhadra. So it also has, the ugra nishinga is quite scary, because, and also other forms like, Jagannath in Orissa, the tantric tradition clearly describes Jagannath as Bhairava,
Yes.
And in fact, the form of Jagannath is very interesting. So if you check, I have published a book entitled Puri the Home of Lord Jagannath, in English. So I also made the version in Italian. The English version is the original one I published in 2009, I think. And it's a bit rushed. It was done quickly. So it's not very polished. I don't know if I will be able in this lifetime to, make a more polished edition. But there is one chapter that is the Tantric Jagannath. And as you probably know, the original form of Jagannath is Nishinga. If you go deep into the rituals, the tantric rituals of Jagannath in Jagannath Puri temple, Nishinga is the Adi Deva of Jagannath. When Jagannath was installed the first time by Indradyumna, and even now, every time they have the Navakalevara, the first deity worshipped is Nishinga. And the Maha Mantra for Jagannath, the basic mantra for Jagannath is Nishinga mantra. And, there are so many, factors, so much evidence about that. And even in the tradition of Krishna Chaitanya, this Nishinga mantra, in the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, the Gaudiya Saraswata Gaudiya, they have these prayers to Nishinga. So it's not that Nishinga is not considered important.
I understand. I was going to ask you a question, Mataji.
Yeah.
The question is, coming into this, is the ugra form just as important as the bhadra form? How are they linked, Mataji, on the metaphysical level? Is it just one of the functions of the deity, basically, in essence?
No,
it's as natural as anything.
Yeah, they're not connected in the sense that they're one and the same.
Right, okay.
We cannot really say they're connected because they're one, they're one and the same, so it's not even a question of...
What it is, Mataji, is those of us who may not be too familiar with it, we are only used to seeing one half of the coin, so to speak.
Yeah, of course, because we don't want to scare people who, who still have a childish mentality.
Yes. But Mataji, can I ask, you've talked about the benefits of the devotee, but what is the functionality of the ugra form? Is it because God has a role to destroy the miscreants. So therefore,
not the miscreants, the evildoers.
The evildoers, I guess. You know, my point being, with that functionality, key function in mind, one of the core
is
functions
the protection, the protection aspect. You know, so the protection, the abhaya, you know, is the ugra form is the abhaya, and the somya form is the varada. You know, the abhaya means, you know, who can protect you if they're not fierce.
Yes, correct.
You know,
correct.
So the abhaya mudra is the, you know, the symbol, the sign of the ugra form of God.
Yes.
It's like, you know, so many times we heard this example that the scary mouth, you know, teeth of the tiger, you know, are not scary at all for the tiger cub.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, you mentioned that. You know, mentioned
for the kitten, the mouth of mother cat is not scary at all. In fact, it's the, you know, it's the symbol itself, the symbol of protection, of safety, you know. But for the rat, it's a different story.
And Mataji, with that analogy, this makes complete sense now.
Good.
But because we have this Abrahamic conditioning particularly in Western societies, where there's only one side of
because
the
there is, you know,
creator.
it's a schizophrenic mentality. There is a good God and a bad God. You know, and the bad God is the enemy of the good God, and the good God is the enemy of the bad God. So they're fighting all the time. You know, and we are in the middle like stupid. You know, we are the toys, the prey, the victims of this eternal fight between the good God and the bad God.
I understand, Mataji.
Which is, completely. You know, very, you know, what to say, very castrating, you know, because we don't have any function. We are just in the middle of, you know, the mommy and daddy who are always fighting.
Completely understand, Mataji, and it makes complete sense. And now
it's a dysfunctional family religion.
No, absolutely, but I think the key now is that we as dharmis have to we have to understand that the ugra form is as important as the bhadra form. You can't pick and choose.
Exactly.
I'm just going to worship that.
Exactly. They're one and the same. You know, otherwise, you know, that's why I mentioned the schizophrenic mentality, because, you know, you split the reality into duality, and duality is not good. It's the delusional.
Mataji, I think that's been very, very illuminating, because, you know, I went into this, even within the Vaishnava tradition, Narasimha, you know, you see the pictures of Narasimha hugging Prahlada, and the lion hugging Prahlada, but what you don't see, you see him jumping out of the pillar.
But you see it in the Bhagavata Purana. You know, the Bhagavata Purana, you see Nishinga, you know, taking Hiranyakashipu and tearing him apart, and, you know, garlanding himself with the intestines of Hiranyakashipu. You know, and that is also Jayadeva Goswami. Tavakara Kamala Varenakam, Adbhuta Shringam, Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tana Bringam, Keshavadrita, Nara Hari Rupa. You know, even at the times of Jayadeva, the Ugra form of Nishinga was Adbhuta. You know, wonderful, amazing. Not, I'm scared. You know, the problem is that, you know, the artists who have been painting and you know, drawing the images of the deities in the last 200-300 years, they have taken a bit too many liberties. Like, for example, they are painting Krishna and Ram, white, pinkish, or at most light blue. But we know that both Krishna and Ram are black, seriously black.
Yeah.
So, that's because people are cowards. They think, black is not good. Who said that? But that's in the last few hundred years only.
I understand, Mataji. Mataji, I'd just like to thank you for an absolutely wonderful session. I think we've covered so many topics.
Excellent,
I must say that within these sessions, it's been perspective changing, because I learned a lot today about, first of all, what is Tantra, what is the point of Tantra. You cleared up the left-hand path and the right-hand path. You also distinguished the left-hand path from the worship of ghosts, the Crowleyan aspect. We've talked about the importance of embracing the ferocious form of the deity, just the ugra form, just as much as the bhadra form. So I think it's been some very, very important topics that we've had the opportunity to discuss today, Mataji.
Excellent. Yeah, we can continue some other time.
Very much so.
Yeah, with the Panchamakara, for example, we didn't elaborate much because we only got to the Vira the Vira level. We didn't go to the Deva and the
I would love to have that as our. I would truly value that as our next discussion, Mataji.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Jai Shrimanarayan.
Jai Shrimanarayan. Jai Jagannath. We'll talk again.
Jai Jagannath. Take care. Bye-bye.